Well, a near wreck on the runway now under investigation. Two commercial planes nearly collided at JFK Airport. The near disaster happening Friday night, and radar shows the moment a departing Delta flight came to a sudden stop about 1,000 feet short of hitting a taxiing American Airlines plane. Now, through the air traffic controller audio, we learned one of those planes was in the wrong location.
American 106 Heavy, American 106 Heavy, hold position. American 106 Heavy, hold position.
Delta 1943, cancel takeoff clearance. Delta 1943, cancel takeoff clearance.
Rejecting. Tower American 106 Heavy.
American 106 Heavy.
The last clearance we were given, we were cleared to cross. Is that correct?
American 106 Heavy, we're departing runway 4 left. I guess we'll listen to the tapes, but you were supposed to depart runway 4 left. You're currently holding short of 31 left.
Roger, American 106 Heavy.
All right, now both the NTSB and the FAA are investigating. Greg Feith formerly worked as an NTSB senior air safety investigator. He joins us live. Greg, thank you for being here. You heard the audio. A lot of people's first question, how does this happen? Would you say this was human error or a technological error?
Nichole, it's a combination of both. The air crew does have instrumentation in the aircraft where they can actually track their movements on the ground. The question is going to be, did they have that moving map display up that depicts the airport and the taxiway that they were on? Now, it's obvious from the air traffic control communication that they did acknowledge the right clearance. They just turned the wrong direction, were on the wrong taxiway, and were preparing to take off on the wrong runway.
Yeah, terrifying. So the pilot ended up rejecting that takeoff. Do they practice these types of situations regularly? Is this something that they would be prepared for?
The other aircraft, the Delta 737, that did reject the takeoff, yes. During pilot training at both initial and then during recurrent training, aborted takeoffs are practiced, or rejected takeoffs are practiced on a regular basis for a variety of different reasons. So the crew is prepared. And in this case, you have the air traffic controller who actually called the abort for Delta, and they rejected the takeoff. Fortunately, it was in a timely manner. But the big question is, because you have two different controllers speaking, why did the one controller want the American Airlines jet to stop where they were, because they were right in the middle of the runway? They should have let them cross or continued to cross rather than stopping them in the middle of the runway, because that 737, if the crew couldn't have gotten it stopped or they rejected the takeoff any later, they may have struck each other.
Ooh, all right. When I hear that, it makes me nervous hearing that audio. What was your initial reaction, being a former investigator?
Well, these are rare events, and given the fact that New York, JFK, LaGuardia, and Newark are all very crowded airports, there's a lot of activity going on. It does take a lot of vigilance. The big thing here for the investigators is going to try to determine whether there were distractions, complacencies. Did the American Airlines crew use all the technology that was available to them while they were taxiing? Were they familiar with that taxi path? It's obvious that they got on the wrong taxiway, and they believed, or at least it sounds like the captain may have come on, he believed that they were cleared to cross a runway. It was just the wrong runway they crossed.
Greg, last question for you. There's a lot of criticism lately surrounding the FAA as well as airlines and their technology. Is it time for a complete overhaul?
Well, that would be a monumental task, Nichole. When you think about all the regulations that have evolved since 1958 and actually earlier that deal with commercial aviation operations, yes, there are certain regulations that do need to be updated. Of course, technology needs to be updated. But in this case, the air traffic controllers have pretty sophisticated equipment. They can track the movement of the aircraft. The question is, why did they wait till that aircraft was on the runway, crossing the wrong runway, before they called the abort? They should have been monitoring. So all of these questions need answers, and it's one of those man and machine type of environments where we have to see who failed.
Yeah, and we know investigators are working to get those answers. All right, Greg Feith, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.